When you first look at this embedded figure where you have one inside the other and the other, that the area of the square is largest, the circle is fully inside of that circumscribed because it has points on every edge, and so its area is smaller. And then the hexagon, which is inscribed inside of the circle, has then a smaller area of the circle. So we know the area of the hexagon is less than the area of the circle is less than the area of the square. What's interesting is that we can also look at the perimeter in this same way, that if you think of the perimeter here of this hexagon, and if you make it a little bigger, slowly, bringing like this side out to that edge, then we can be thinking about the idea that that area is, the perimeter, is going to be smaller than the perimeter of the circle. And then if you take the circle perimeter and you think of pulling this out to here, you'd have to stretch it, so it'd have to be bigger. So what we're looking at, I'm sorry, my phone rang right when I was talking, that the perimeter of the hexagon is less than the perimeter of the circle, which is less than the perimeter of the square. And so that makes sense visually. Can we, though, actually find the perimeter of each of these figures? Now, when you look at the blue, the square is 1 by 1. It's got 4 sides that are 1 long, so this guy on the far right is 4. And then here we have the perimeter of the circle. And what about the perimeter of the hexagon? And how big is that in general? When you look at, and let me get a different color, we look here, this is a diagonal of the hexagon, and it is 1 long, where this is 1/2 of a unit, and this is 1/2 of a unit. And we also have, we can shade them in, this is an equilateral triangle, and you have 6 of them. And if that is equilateral, then that means that this side is 1/2 and this side is 1/2. If that is the case, then each of these outer legs is 1/2. And so you get 6 times 1/2, which is 3. So 3 is less than the perimeter of the circle, is less than 4. Well, the question becomes, what's the perimeter of the circle? We know the perimeter of a circle is really equal to the circumference, and the circumference is equal to 2 pi r, or pi times d, and we know the diameter of this circle is the same thing we had for the hexagon, which is 1 unit. So this is pi times 1, which is pi. So that means 3 is less than pi is less than 4. So pi lies between 3 and 4. And so you can approximate then that value of pi by looking at these embedded or circumscribed figures.